Let me set the scene for you. After weeks, maybe even months of silence, you finally started to move on. You've held your ground, kept your distance, and done the hard, often painful work of healing yourself. You resisted the urge to reach out. You let the quiet stretch on, trusting that time would help you regain your peace. You let the silence speak louder than any words ever could. You told yourself that you were done, that you were reclaiming your power and your life. And then, out of nowhere, just like a sudden crack of thunder on a clear day, your phone lights up. One simple message appears on your screen. Just a few words. "Hey, how are you?" And in an instant, everything you thought you'd locked away, all those feelings, memories, hopes, and frustrations, they come rushing back, hitting you like a storm you thought had passed long ago. Now, I need you to listen closely, because this isn't just some casual text. This message isn't just about small talk or curiosity. No, this moment is far more significant than you realize. It's a test, a defining crossroads. It will reveal exactly who you are, not just as a man, but as a person who knows his worth, who commands respect, and who understands the power of restraint. This is the moment that separates the boys who lose control and chase after what they once had, from the men who stay grounded, keep their power, and navigate the situation with wisdom and strength. It's a moment that will show whether you are truly ready to lead your own life, or if you're still caught in the old patterns of need and uncertainty. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what to do when she comes back after weeks or even months of silence and distance, how to respond, how to protect your peace, and how to hold your frame like the high-value man you are becoming. So buckle up, because this is the game changer you've been waiting for. Point 1. She's not back for you. She's back for control. Let's get real for a moment. When she comes back after disappearing, most guys jump to one conclusion. She's finally realized what she lost, that she's regretful, nostalgic, or even ready to fix what was broken. But here's a truth most men never stop to consider. She's not always coming back because she wants you. More often than not, she's coming back to test her power over you. She's checking to see if she still holds a place in your thoughts, if you still drop everything the moment she throws a little attention your way. This isn't always about love. Far from it. It's about ego. It's about curiosity. It's about her proving to herself that she still has influence, that you're still waiting, still hanging on, still hooked. Think about it. If she really missed you, if she truly cared, she wouldn't just send a casual, vague, "hey" number. She'd show up with clarity. She'd show up with effort, with sincerity, with apologies if needed. She'd communicate with intention, not with half-hearted messages meant to stir up emotions. So the next time her name pops up on your screen and she casually reaches out, don't just dive in head first. Pause. Ask yourself this: is this a genuine connection? Or is she simply checking to see if she still has me on the hook? Is she trying to regain control over a space she once occupied in my life? Recognizing this is crucial because it changes the way you respond, and ultimately, it changes the outcome. Quick break. Close your eyes for a second. Picture her, the girl you've always wanted. Feel what it would be like to actually have her. Now open your eyes, because here's the truth. Right now, you're invisible to her. You're getting outcompeted by guys with more money, better looks, higher status, and stronger game. You're playing a rigged game, and you're losing. But I've spent the last 35 years mastering this, studying, testing, and finally finding the secrets to get the girls I always wanted. You want to stop getting ignored? You want her chasing you? Then you need to wake up and act. Click the link in the comments if you are truly committed and take the first step toward becoming that guy. Few spots left. Be fast or miss out your last chance to make her yours. Let's get back to it. Point 2. The game is already lost if you react too fast. Let me be brutally honest with you. The second you hit reply, the moment her message pops up, you've already lost the game. It's that simple. She knows it. She can feel it deep down. When you respond too quickly, it tells her exactly where you've been these past weeks or months, sitting around, anxiously waiting, staring at your phone, hoping she would finally reach out. And that desperation, it's a total attraction killer. Nothing makes a man less attractive than looking like he's too easy to get. It sends the message that your emotions and your energy are up for grabs, that you're willing to drop everything at her slightest whim. And that's the last thing you want to communicate if you want to keep your power. Real power, the kind that commands respect, is found in patience. It's found in control. It's found in being calm and deliberate, even when every part of you wants to jump in and chase after what you lost. Think about it this way. If she made you wait for weeks or months, playing her own game, then why should you now rush to answer at the first sign of life? Why should you throw away all the progress you've made in rebuilding yourself just because she finally decided to send a casual message? Take your time, breathe deeply, hold your ground, move slow and steady, with intention and confidence, because a man who's truly leveled up doesn't scramble after attention. He holds his frame, protects his peace, and knows his worth isn't dependent on how fast he responds. He knows his value is rooted in how well he controls his emotions, his energy, and ultimately his life. Point 3. Why she always comes back when you're doing better. Have you ever noticed something strange, almost like clockwork? She disappears when you're down, when you're broken, vulnerable, or struggling. But then just when you start to glow, when you begin thriving and leveling up, she magically reappears out of nowhere. That's no coincidence. It's not some random act of fate or nostalgia. Women, whether they realize it or not, have an almost instinctual sixth sense for energy shifts. They can feel when your vibe changes, when you stop chasing, and when your life starts moving forward without her in the driver's seat. Maybe she caught a glimpse of you laughing with your friends, enjoying yourself. Maybe she saw a post of a recent win or achievement. Maybe she sensed your emotional distance, the way you stopped waiting by the phone and started living for yourself. And when that happens, her ego kicks into overdrive. Suddenly, she starts panicking. Is he moving on? Is he becoming someone I can no longer control or manipulate? That fear, the fear of losing her grip on you, is what drives her to show up again. It's not because she genuinely wants you back or because she's been missing you in a meaningful way. No, it's because she's scared of losing the power she once held, scared of you slipping away from her influence. This is the critical moment where you need to recognize the difference between genuine interest and ego-driven control. She's not returning because she's fallen in love again. She's returning because your progress threatens her hold on you, and she wants to test if she still has a place in your world. Point 4. Real men make her explain herself. This is where most men stumble. And it's a costly mistake. She sends a casual, "Hey," and suddenly they open the floodgates. They respond with, "Hey, I missed you so much," or "Where have you been? I'm so glad you texted." They dive right back in, eager to reconnect, desperate to fill the silence that she created. But that's exactly what you don't want to do. A high-value man knows that respect and attention are earned, not handed out for free. If she left you in silence, if she disappeared without a word, she doesn't get to waltz back into your life without explaining herself. She owes you more than a casual text. She owes you clarity. She owes you accountability. Your response needs to be simple, but powerful. It should hold weight without sounding desperate or needy. Something like, "Interesting. What made you reach out?" That single question shifts the entire dynamic. It puts the pressure right back on her. It forces her to show her hand and reveals her true intentions. Now, she has to do the work. She has to earn your attention. She has to prove that she's not just coming back to stir up old feelings or test her power. This question is a litmus test that separates those who are genuinely interested from those who are just playing games. Remember, real men don't chase. Real men don't beg. They command respect by holding their frame and refusing to be pulled into drama without answers. So when she comes back, don't let her off the hook. Make her explain herself first. Point 5. If she's casual, you stay even colder. Let me share something crucial about attraction. It's a mirror. The energy you give is the energy you get back. And when she comes back acting cold, casual, like nothing happened, it's a test. If she's acting indifferent, uninterested, or like the silence never existed, you don't meet her halfway. You don't soften or pretend everything's fine. You turn the thermostat down even further. Why? Because women respect a man who is authentic, a man who doesn't play pretend or ignore reality. When she shows up casually, acting like the past didn't leave scars, it's your job to hold your frame tight. Don't smile through the awkwardness or rush to make everything all good. Instead, stay calm and composed. Show her that you are unmoved by the casual mask she's wearing. Let her feel the weight of the distance she created. Let her confront the reality she tried to avoid. This isn't about being rude or cold for the sake of it. It's about setting boundaries and making her face the consequences of her absence. It's about showing her that respect isn't given freely and that your time and feelings aren't a casual game to be played with. In essence, the colder she acts, the colder you need to stay. Not to punish her, but to protect yourself and your worth. This balance is where real attraction is built, through respect, honesty, and strength. Point 6. Don't be fooled by her friendship mask. This one is a classic move that trips up many men, so pay close attention. When she reaches out, it might not be with the intention of rekindling anything real or meaningful. Instead, she might disguise her approach behind the harmless, "I just wanted to check on you as a friend," or "No pressure, let's catch up sometime." At first glance, it sounds innocent, even kind, but beneath that friendly veneer lies a test, a way to gauge if you'll settle for less than what you truly deserve. Make no mistake, this friendship offer is rarely about genuine care or wanting to rebuild a platonic bond. It's her way of keeping a foot in the door without fully committing, a way to maintain some level of control or influence without risking anything substantial. She's watching to see if you'll accept a diminished role in her life after she walked away without explanation. Think about it. She knows full well she left you hanging, left you with unanswered questions and hurt feelings. Why would you willingly agree to be just friends after all that? What message does that send to you, and more importantly, to her? Accepting this so-called friendship is like telling her you're okay with being second best, the backup plan rather than the priority. It's settling for crumbs when you deserve the whole table. It's stepping backward in your own life and lowering your standards just to keep a familiar presence around. Remember this clearly. A high-value man never goes backwards. He understands that respect, loyalty, and honesty aren't negotiable. He either moves forward with unwavering self-respect, setting firm boundaries that protect his worth, or he walks away without regret, knowing that some chapters are better left closed. Don't let yourself be caught in the trap of the friendship mask. Recognize it for what it really is, a test of your self-worth and boundaries. Respond accordingly with strength and clarity, and never settle for less than you deserve. Point 7. You don't need closure, you need clarity. I know exactly how it feels. The unanswered questions swirl in your mind like a storm. You want to understand why she disappeared, why she left you hanging without a word. You want to dig for explanations, to find some sense of reason or closure that will finally put your mind at ease. It's a natural feeling. Everyone craves answers when someone important fades away. But here's the hard truth I want you to hear. Closure isn't something she owes you, and it's certainly not something she's obligated to give. Closure is not a gift she hands over when she feels like it. Closure is something you give yourself. A decision you make to stop waiting for explanations that may never come, and to stop letting the past control your present. If she genuinely wanted to fix things, she wouldn't have left you with more questions than answers. She would have come back with honesty, with clarity, with effort. But if all she does is create confusion and uncertainty, it's a sign, not a mystery. A man who truly knows his worth doesn't waste time chasing closure from someone who walked away. Instead, he creates clarity by setting new standards for how he allows himself to be treated moving forward. He refuses to revisit the past like a broken record, playing the same painful tune over and over. Instead, he protects his future by deciding what he will and won't accept. Clarity comes from within. From understanding your value, recognizing your boundaries, and refusing to let unresolved questions hold you hostage. It's about reclaiming your power and choosing peace over pain. Remember this, closure isn't the end of a chapter given to you by someone else. Closure is the new beginning you create for yourself by stepping forward with clear eyes and a strong heart. Point 8. The power is in your pause. This is the crucial line that separates boys from men. The way you handle the pause. That space between when she texts and when you decide to respond holds more power than you realize. It's a test of your emotional control, your self-respect, and your maturity. Do you react instantly, fueled by emotion? Do you rush to reply, eager to grab back what you think you lost? Or do you protect the progress you've made by sitting back, evaluating the situation calmly, observing without jumping in? Real men don't move impulsively when emotions flare. Instead, they slow down. They control the frame they hold, and they guard their peace above all else. Because here's the truth. Once you lose your frame, once you let your emotions take over, you lose her respect. Respect is not earned by chasing or desperation. It's earned by patience, confidence, and measured actions. The power to decide when and how to respond lies with you, and wielding it correctly changes everything. So here's what I want you to lock into your mind, bro. She didn't come back because you chased. She came back because you stopped. You gave her space. You showed her you have your own life, and that's what made her curious again. How you handle this moment, the pause, the decision, the frame you choose to keep, will define the kind of man you truly are. If you've stayed with me till the end, drop "I hold the frame" in the comments below. Let's see who's really locked in, who's genuinely done chasing and ready to take control of their own life. This isn't just talk, it's about leading from this moment forward, building a life so strong, so magnetic, that she finally realizes what she lost all along. This is your moment to stop reacting and start leading, to stop chasing and start attracting, to stop waiting for her and start living for yourself. If you're ready to be the man who commands respect, who holds the frame, and who builds a future where you are always the prize, drop those words in the comments below. Let's see who's ready to rise up and own it. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If this message resonated with you or gave you something to think about, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. I've got more real talk, growth, and power coming your way, so stay tuned. Also, I offer limited one-on-one coaching for anyone struggling with girls. If that's you, feel free to reach out. We can work through it together and get you results. Take care of yourself, keep rising, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.